You're feeling burnt out by content creation. Like no matter how much you post, it's not landing, not converting. It's definitely not energizing. What you need is your visibility strategy to be built for your nervous system, your rhythm, and your energetic blueprint. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you today, because this lives inside your human design type. But before we get into it, make sure that you've gotten access to my free mini course, Invisible to In Demand, that shows you the parts that you need to build your own sustainable client attraction system using your Human Design and Astrology so that you can attract 3 to 5, however many you want, soulmate clients a month using your own energetic blueprint. Manifestors, you're here to initiate and lead with vision. When you wait for clarity before creating, you just shut down your power. Your creativity hits in these urges, and that's the sacred gift. You want to honor that. The trap that you can get in when it comes to your visibility is trying to post consistently, like perhaps a generator, right? Working on that output, doing more and more and more, or try to keep up with content formulas to stay relevant. And that doesn't work because you're not here to sustain your visibility. You're here to initiate it in powerful bursts and then pull back. A big sign to know that you're walking down the wrong path when it comes to creating content, when it comes to showing up online and being visible for your soulmate clients and getting your message out there, is the anger you experience, the pure rage that happens when your content is ignored, when you feel misunderstood, when you're in that creation mode and you're getting rageful. It's like, maybe this is not the process. Those are indicators. So please don't ignore that. Your best content rhythm is creating in that season where the urge and the downloads are high, and then pulling back to rest. And that content style where I feel like it's your content template, right? It's like, what's my go-to content template? The short, bold statements, like those reels that give you that bold insight in a 6-second or 7-second reel, and then deliver the download even more in the caption. Opinionated reels, anything that's disruptive. With that, I'm here to change the industry energy. So when you're feeling that rage and anger in your content creation process, the things that you want to look out for when you're pushing content, but no one engages and you start to feel resentful, this is a sign that we need to relook, restructure, rework what we're doing. Or when you're feeling exhausted, but you keep forcing because you think, if I stop, I'll disappear. No one will know me. No one will see me, right? And that lack mentality starts to kick in versus you listening to and honoring what your energy is telling you. Your signature of alignment as a manifestor is peace. When you're creating on your own terms and just speaking your truth without diluting it, you feel the most at peace. It's that quick insight that's like, oh, I had to share this message. It's the downloads right into the output. It's electrifying, and that gives you that space to rest. And creating content like that builds that resonant piece, and it goes deeper than a bunch of content that you're showing up to do every day that doesn't really resonate because it's not backed with that creative urge. Everything else kind of falls flat if you're not honoring how your energy moves. Generators, hey babes, that's you and me. Your magnetism is undeniable when you are lit up. You need to honor that sacral spark. The visibility trap that you can fall into is creating out of obligation, the drudge of I should, I have to, instead of responding from excitement. Now, I don't want that to sound like, oh, I don't want to do this, so I don't have to. Because if you think about the long-term connection, you want to honor that. I don't want you to get in a trap of, oh, well, I never feel like it's so, okay, yay. It's more like, well, would you be excited and satisfied to have all these clients reaching out to you and different people responding to your content saying, oh my goodness, yes, I want to work with you? Then perhaps that is the thing that you lean into and allow it to pull you. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it's every day. Your sacral is your content compass. Your sacral is your compass for all things in your life, let alone your biz. But if you're forcing to create content from this blank space and this blank page, your magnetism shuts off. You are making it harder because you respond. That could be one, not only shutting down your magnetism, but causing that not self-resistance theme of frustration for you. Especially when you're putting in the reps and being consistent and no one is resonating. That's the most frustrating and draining experience. And that's where it's like, don't listen to them gurus who are saying, just keep posting, because the reality situation is if you're not seeing anything to respond to, you're really letting your life force energy drain from you. And that's going to hurt you in the long run. What you want to look for when it comes to creating content and you can find that you're in that not self-expression of frustration is when you're posting regularly, but your energy feels flat. And you're just like, ugh, yuck, like, no, I'm doing it, but it's like, You're checking analytics more than your body's response. I think there's a space for analytics, but also honoring the thing that lights you up. Despite if it was the most exciting thing that got likes, that's going to breed more momentum and magnetism, right? Your aura is enveloping. So you're going to magnetize things to you. That's going to lend to your success more than which reel did the algorithm push out. The best content rhythm for you is daily-ish. Right? Ish. You want it to come through response. So something that I do is set up a structure where I have these like themes that I know that I want to respond to, but I don't make it so structured, or I don't make it have to be a certain way if there's something that grabs my attention, makes me want to respond to, but it's within that theme. Fun content styles that really work for you is literally leaning into what your audience is asking about, what questions that they're putting out comments, and what is that comment or statement or question sparking in as a response in you that makes you want to say what comes through into that. Go down that rabbit hole and start creating content in that way. If there are any trends that you're responding to and you're seeing, ooh, haha, that's fun. Oh, I have an idea for that. Oh, that would be so much fun. Lean into the things that you're seeing that's creating excitement inside you. That's how you want to approach your content. Your body's signature of success, that sign that we are on the right path for you, is satisfaction. You want everything to feel like a flow. When you respond to something, then your content creation flows from you. And that it should feel energizing, deeply full body yet energizing. And when you hit publish, you should feel really proud and satisfied, regardless of how it's received, because it was nourishing for you. Manifesting generators, you're here to move fast, play hard, and express your multi-dimensionality. You are not here to follow a linear process. The best content rhythm for you honors your creative bursts. It's spontaneous. Like, let's just skip the plan energy and get out there. The visibility trap that you might find yourself in when it comes to creating content and being seen by your people online, it's when you force yourself to niche down or simplify or follow one clear content creation path. Why that strategy would not work for you is because you're multi-passionate, and editing your expression really dilutes your power. Your sign of not being in alignment when it comes to creating content and putting yourself out there, being seen online, gonna have a mixture of that frustration and anger. It might start as frustration and really erupt into rage because you're that manifestor and generator blend. It also might feel like impatience because you're bored, disconnected, or even agitated at your own content. You're like, why am I doing it like this? The things that you want to look out for is if you feel like you're hiding parts of yourself when it comes to getting your message out there, or you've outgrown the strategy that you, or the intention that you've laid down that path already halfway through the process, let that be signs to yourself to lead back into your signature of success, which is peace and satisfaction. You really want to allow yourself the freedom to pivot, to blend things together, to do multiple things at once, and to really show your range. You do not want to say, okay, I have to stay here. I have to force myself to do this. I have to finish it through. No, pivot. It's not working. I'm not resonating. Let's try something else. And you blend all the different content styles together. Explore what is feeling inspiring to you, whether that's showing behind the scenes or rapid fire questions, creating reels that are like, here are frequently asked questions and here are my rapid fires on how to fix XYZ. You want to trust and follow what lights you up, but just know that it's in the variety, whether that's quick question or fast edit, sharing what you're obsessed with this week, sharing what you've tried and what wasn't working and what has worked and what you pivoted to. Just follow your flow and trust the insights that are coming through and the downloads that you're getting and the response that you get when you're creating it. Projectors, you're here to guide us with your insight and not grind through the output. Your content will go farther if you stop focusing on performing and instead pierce through with your deep insight and wisdom. The best content rhythm for you to make sure that your message has that resonance and impact piece, 2 to 3 posts a week max. You want to give your words time to really land. You can find yourself stuck in this trap with visibility when you're trying to perform and prove your worth by posting daily or trying to keep up with the algorithm that doesn't understand your depth. That approach doesn't work for you because your energy isn't designed for sustained output. It's designed for that insight and recognition. And a big sign that you are out of alignment with the way that you're creating content and the way that you're showing up online so that you can be seen by your people is the bitterness you might feel in the process. Because that bitterness starts to shape into feeling unseen, unappreciated, or like your brilliance is invisible and nobody gets you. You want to notice that your approach in creating content, if you start to feel defeated after sharing something really potent and resonant that you felt proud of. So the best kind of content that's going to help you feel really good in your creation process is invitations to go deeper with you, where you give that potent awakening insight and then inviting them to go deeper in something that's a little bit more long form or hold space for the depth of your wisdom, whatever those platforms might be for you in your styles of creation that you might find in your Mercury, as well as giving insightful breakdowns in your content. Always having content that peers through and says, here's the thing that I see that you're missing, giving a revelation for them to awaken to. And it feels really good for you to enter that creation process after some deep rest. Whether that's going live when you feel invited or crafting carousel posts that show the layered nuance that you see, you're going to feel the most magnetic and expansive when you protect your energy and own the insights that you have to share. Your signature sign of success is actually achieving success, feeling successful. The perfect comment or response to you sharing your wisdom is, oh my gosh, this shifted my perspective so much. That would make you feel, oh yes, seen and recognized for your gifts and for your power. The key indicator for you is that recognition, and you're designed for it. And it happens when you are honoring your flow versus pushing and trying to prove. It's doing a lot less with a lot more potency. And my favorite type, reflectors. You're here to mirror the truth of the collective through your content. You're not here to manufacture it. You're not here to contort it in any way. Just reveal and reflect the truth behind what you see. The best content rhythm for you is going to be very intuitive, but finding how it flows in a cyclical rhythm, creating that cyclical system for you is going to be so key. Perhaps we anchor to the moon cycle. Yes, I think so, because that is your light leader when it comes to your energy and the waxing, waning of it. And the visibility trap that you fall into so often that really starts to disrupt your potency is the desire and the belief that you need to be consistent, structured, predictable, because you think that's the way that it's going to build trust. Because that's what you hear. Well, to build that trust factor, you have to show up every day so that they can know that they can count on you. But that's just not how your energy works. And it's not how it works because your brilliance is in your fluidity. It's in the flexibility. It's in the shifting. And when you do not honor your process, that out of alignment signature is disappointment. And you just feel this heaviness that when you plan ahead and then you share your message, it feels out of time, irrelevant, or even you feel empty when you post. You want to notice when you're following this content plan, whatever structures you're following. And if you notice that when you're doing that, the moment you press publish, you feel disconnected or you feel it's flat. You're like, that was the wrong thing to do. You also really need to watch how you're comparing your pace with others, because that subconscious thought in your mind essentially is, oh, I'm not keeping up with everyone. I'm falling behind. I need to do more. And that's going to make you feel even more defeated and even more disappointed. Here's what you want to focus on. Create and curate your environment space for your writing, for your creation, and create that stillness for you to tap into what's in the air emotionally for people, what's going on for the collective, what is the thread and the themes that you're picking up on. And your signature of success will come from the feeling of surprise. It's like when you create from that intuitive hit, that inspiration, that download that you get, and then on the other side of that creation, you're surprised on what comes through. That is what you want to lean into. Honoring how that process was initiated for yourself. Noticing what comes through when you're curating your space and the environment for you to write, how simple it is to tap in. Or if you're forcing yourself into a space and then you're finding resistance, notice how you are feeling in your environment, because that is super key to seeing what surprises come through. So why haven't you trusted yourself or your intuition thus far? Because essentially you've been conditioned, you've been programmed. The message that you're receiving all the time and inundated with in the online space, especially as a high performer and a visionary, is that doing more is the way to get success. That resting equals laziness. And for your soulmate clients to see you means that your visibility needs to be a constant performance. And that if you're not posting daily, then you're disappearing and you're behind. And that's not your fault. So it's no wonder you feel stuck. No wonder you've been pushing, overextending, and exerting yourself, and then feeling defeated at the end of it because you're like, I've been giving all my life force, all I have to give, and it's still not working. And I need to go hide. I just want to give you that full permission right now to recognize and release the story that there's anything wrong with you, that you're not cut out for this, or that you're never going to get it right, because this is not true. You've just been pushing. And when we push, it's because we don't trust, and it's coming from a place of lack and fear. And you've also been moving out of alignment with how you're designed to move, and how you're designed to create impact, and how you're designed to build that resonance. If you're tired of burning out for breadcrumbs, and if you're ready to stop marketing like everyone else does and start marketing and attracting aligned soulmate clients the way that you do, then this is your invitation. Because inside my program, Monetize Your Magic, we build your online business client attraction system from your energetic alignment with your human design and astrology as the blueprint. So you create content that feels good and converts, while also nurturing your audience to build that connection with you, so they easily see you as the one that they trust to help them in their journey of transformation. You'll learn how to build your visibility strategies, your offers, and your voice around who you really are, and not who you've been trying to be and who you've been caught up in shaping yourself up as because you were told to do so. If this sounds like exactly what you need, then I want you to apply at renewliving.com/CBC apply. If you want to uncover why your sales have been stifled and what's blocking them, then you're going to want to check this video out here when it is live. We're diving into your second house, into your astrology chart, to uncover what's going on.